Restaurant hood lights are usually designed to stay on even when the fire suppression system is triggered. The primary reason for this design choice is to maintain visibility within the cooking area during an emergency. When a fire suppression system activates, it often means there's a fire or a significant cooking incident. In such situations, having adequate lighting is crucial for the safety of both the staff and the emergency responders. Consider the scenario where a fire breaks out in a restaurant kitchen. The fire suppression system immediately discharges, extinguishing the flames and potentially filling the area with extinguishing agents. If the hood lights were to turn off along with the other powered equipment, the kitchen would be plunged into darkness. This would make it difficult for anyone to assess the situation, navigate the space, and ensure everyone's safe evacuation. Firefighters arriving on the scene would also face the challenge of entering a dark and potentially hazardous environment, slowing down their response and increasing the risk of injury. By keeping the hood lights on, a clear view of the area is maintained, allowing for a quicker and more effective response to the emergency. Furthermore, the continuous illumination helps to identify the source of the fire, assess the extent of the damage, and locate any potential hazards. This design practice aligns with the principles of safety and emergency preparedness. While the specific requirements may vary depending on local codes and regulations, the general intent is to provide a safe and well-lit environment during an emergency situation. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, doesn't specifically mandate that hood lights remain on, but it does emphasize the importance of emergency lighting and safe electrical practices in commercial kitchens. Local jurisdictions may have additional requirements or interpretations that address this issue. It's always best to consult with local authorities and qualified professionals to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and standards. From a practical standpoint, keeping the hood lights on is a simple yet effective way to enhance safety in a restaurant kitchen. It provides a sense of security for the staff and allows for a more controlled and coordinated response to emergencies. In addition to safety, maintaining visibility can also help to minimize property damage. By quickly identifying the source of the fire and assessing the damage, steps can be taken to prevent further escalation and limit the extent of the loss. Therefore, the decision to keep hood lights on during fire suppression system activation is a well-considered one that prioritizes safety, visibility, and effective emergency response. It's a common design practice that contributes to the overall safety and security of restaurant kitchens. The electrical circuits for the hood lights are often wired separately from the circuits that power the cooking equipment and exhaust fans. This separation allows the lights to remain energized even when the main power supply to the hood is shut off by the fire suppression system. The separate circuit typically originates from a dedicated breaker in the electrical panel and is connected to a reliable power source that is not affected by the activation of the fire suppression system. In some cases, the hood lights may be connected to an emergency power system, such as a generator or a battery backup, to ensure that they remain illuminated even during a complete power outage. This provides an extra layer of safety and redundancy, particularly in areas where power outages are common. The wiring for the hood lights must also comply with all applicable electrical codes and standards, including those related to fire resistance, heat resistance, and protection from physical damage. The conductors must be properly insulated and protected from the harsh environment of the kitchen, which can include high temperatures, grease, and moisture. The light fixtures themselves must also be designed for use in commercial kitchens and be resistant to grease, moisture, and impact. They should also be easy to clean and maintain to ensure optimal performance and longevity. Regularly inspecting and testing the hood lights is essential to ensure that they are functioning properly. This includes checking the bulbs, wiring, and connections for any signs of damage or wear. Any faulty or damaged components should be replaced immediately to prevent potential hazards. It's also important to verify that the hood lights are connected to the correct circuit and that the power supply is reliable. This can be done by testing the circuit breaker and checking the voltage at the light fixtures. In addition to the electrical aspects, the placement of the hood lights is also important. They should be positioned in a way that provides adequate illumination of the cooking surface without creating glare or shadows. The light should also be positioned so that they are not obstructed by any equipment or structures. The number of lights required will depend on the size of the hood and the type of cooking being done. Generally, more lights are needed for larger hoods and for cooking operations that require a high level of visibility. Maintaining the hood lights in good working order is a critical aspect of restaurant safety. By ensuring that the lights remain on during fire suppression system activation, restaurant owners and operators can help to protect their staff, customers, and property. Regularly inspecting and testing the lights, as well as addressing any issues promptly, is essential to maintaining a safe and well-lit kitchen environment. Furthermore, understanding the design and operation of the electrical circuits that power the hood lights is crucial for ensuring their reliability and safety. Consulting with qualified electricians and fire safety professionals is recommended to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and standards. The specific type of light fixture used for hood lights can vary depending on the application and the preferences of the restaurant owner. However, certain types of fixtures are more commonly used due to their durability, energy efficiency, and ease of maintenance. Fluorescent lights were once a popular choice for hood lights due to their relatively low cost and energy consumption. However, they have largely been replaced by LED lights, which offer several advantages. LED lights are more energy efficient than fluorescent lights, meaning they consume less electricity to produce the same amount of light. They also have a longer lifespan, reducing the need for frequent replacements. Additionally, LED lights are more durable and resistant to vibration and impact, making them well suited for the harsh environment of a commercial kitchen. Another type of light fixture that is sometimes used for hood lights is halogen lights. Halogen lights produce a bright, white light that is similar to natural daylight. However, they are less energy efficient than LED lights and have a shorter lifespan. They also generate more heat, which can be a concern in a kitchen environment. Regardless of the type of light fixture used, it is important to choose fixtures that are specifically designed for use in commercial kitchens. These fixtures are typically constructed of durable materials that can withstand high temperatures, grease, and moisture. They are also designed to be easy to clean and maintain. In addition to the type of light fixture, the color temperature of the light is also an important consideration. Color temperature is measured in Kelvin, or K, and it describes the warmth or coolness of the light. Lower color temperatures, such as 2700 K to 3000 K, produce a warm, yellowish light, while higher color temperatures, such as 5000 K to 6500 K, produce a cool, bluish light. For hood lights, a color temperature in the range of 3500 K to 4000 K is generally recommended. This provides a neutral white light that is easy on the eyes and provides good color rendering. Good color rendering is important for accurately assessing the color of food and ensuring that it is cooked properly. The intensity of the light is also an important consideration. The intensity of light is measured in lumens, or LM, and it describes the amount of light that is produced by the fixture. The required light intensity will depend on the size of the hood and the type of cooking being done. Generally, a light intensity of 50 to 100 foot candles, which is approximately 538 to 1076 lux, is recommended for hood lights. Foot candles and lux are units of illuminance, which is a measure of the amount of light that falls on a surface. To ensure that the hood lights provide adequate illumination, it is important to have them properly installed and maintained. The lights should be positioned so that they are not obstructed by any equipment or structures. They should also be cleaned regularly to remove any grease or dirt that may accumulate on the lenses. In addition to the hood lights, it is also important to have adequate general lighting in the kitchen. General lighting provides overall illumination of the space and helps to create a safe and comfortable working environment. The general lighting should be designed to complement the hood lights and provide a uniform level of illumination throughout the kitchen. The combination of hood lights and general lighting can help to create a well-lit and safe kitchen environment. The designer of the electrical system for restaurant hood lights must consider several factors to ensure safety, reliability, and compliance with applicable codes and standards. Firstly, the wiring must be properly sized to handle the electrical load of the lights. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines for determining the appropriate wire size based on the amperage of the circuit and the length of the wire run. Using undersized wiring can lead to overheating, voltage drop, and even fire hazards. Secondly, the wiring must be protected from physical damage and environmental factors. In a commercial kitchen, the wiring is exposed to high temperatures, grease, moisture, and cleaning chemicals. Therefore, it is essential to use wiring methods that are suitable for these conditions. Common wiring methods for hood lights include metal conduit, liquid-type flexible metal conduit, and cable with a moisture-resistant jacket. Thirdly, the wiring must be properly grounded to prevent electrical shock hazards. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and energizing the circuit. The NEC requires that all electrical equipment in a commercial kitchen be grounded to a common grounding electrode system. Fourthly, the electrical system must be protected by overcurrent protection devices such as circuit breakers or fuses. Overcurrent protection devices are designed to interrupt the flow of electricity in the event of a short circuit or overload. The NEC specifies the maximum overcurrent protection for different types of circuits and equipment. Fifthly, the electrical system must comply with all applicable codes and standards, including the NEC local building codes and fire codes. These codes and standards provide detailed requirements for the design, installation, and maintenance of electrical systems in commercial buildings. In addition to these general considerations, there are also some specific requirements for the electrical system for hood lights. Firstly, the hood lights must be connected to a dedicated circuit that is separate from the circuits that power the cooking equipment and exhaust fans. This ensures that the lights will remain on even if the other equipment is energized. Secondly, the hood lights must be controlled by a switch that is readily accessible to the kitchen staff. The switch should be located near the entrance to the kitchen or near the cooking area. Thirdly, the hood lights must be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. The manufacturer's instructions provide detailed information on the proper installation and operation of the lights. Fourthly, the electrical system for the hood lights must be inspected and tested regularly by a qualified electrician. The inspection should include a visual examination of the wiring, connections, and overcurrent protection devices. The testing should include a measurement of the voltage and current at the lights. Regular inspections and testing can help to identify potential problems before they become serious hazards. In summary, the design of the electrical system for restaurant hood lights is a complex task that requires careful consideration of several factors. By following the guidelines provided in the NEC local building codes and fire codes, and by working with qualified electricians and fire safety professionals, restaurant owners and operators can ensure that their hood lights are safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable regulations.